We are in Yingehai. It's a small town very close to Sanya. Okay, and why is it called Yingehai? Okay, so in the past, there would be little birds here, and they would sing a beautiful, wonderful bird song. So it got the name Yingehai, which in Chinese translates into English something like bird song beside the sea. Okay, and this place is really famous for its beautiful sea views. And one other thing, the main thing it's famous for, is it's got the largest sea salt field in Hainan. Okay, so here we are here. It's the Sea Salt Culture Center. So why don't you follow me to discover how sea salt is produced? Okay, let's go. Ooh, nice place. Wow, looks really new and nice. Hello. Hi. 很高兴认识你啊。
很高兴认识你。
那我们这是在哪里呢？
这个呢是我们的那个海盐文化馆。欢迎来到我们英格海海盐文化馆。
Yeah, so this is the Sea Salt Culture Center, okay? And we're going to learn about how salt is produced. So, 我们从哪里开始呢? Where will we begin?
我们就从这里开始吧。
Okay. So this is the story. 就是这个故事，就是这个地方是对。
对，开场。
好，那你可以跟我讲一下吗？
可以。我们这里呢叫英格海英格海盐场。
Okay.
对，我们英格海盐场呢曾经因为盐而载入过我们的教科书。对。
Okay, so this place is very famous for salt. Again, it's called Yingehai. Okay, and 还有吗？
还有呢，我们这里呢就是这里英格海盐场呢，可以说是我们这一辈子，就是这一代几代人的一个骄傲。骄傲，对，因为我们这边的盐呢，都是就是运销到我们整个海南的。之前呢最高峰的时候呢，也去过别的地方，香港啊、澳门啊，都是出入过的。
Okay. So the people here are really proud about their sea salt traditions and culture, and that they've been producing sea salt here for so long. It's really something special for the people here. Yeah.
现在大家在这个展馆呢，其实是我们英格海盐场以前的一个发电厂房。发电厂房改造成现在的文化馆。
Okay, so in the past, this was a place that created electricity for the area. Okay, but now it's like a museum for a culture center to learn about sea salt. Okay.
我们这个厂房呢是1964年建成的。
1964年。So this was built in 1964. 然后当时就是发电的。
对，用来发电的。
And it was used for creating electricity at that time. 然后它是什么时候变成现在的这个样子呢？
我们的是
2020。
对，2020年的7月份。我们这个馆就正式开馆了。
Okay, so in 2020, in July, this place was turned from the old electricity creating place into this museum that is really beautiful, right? Okay.
在我们这个展馆呢，它是有经历了3个时期的。就是1949年，然后1939年就开始了，然后到我们新中国的一个初建时期，就把我们英格海盐场建设出来了。而且它的历史呢也是非常的丰富。
你是说整个这个盐场吗？
对。
从哪里开？什么时候开始
？1939年开始。
So the salt fields here, they started producing salt in 1939. Yes. And then 后面呢，这是 the first period of the history, and the second period was
1958年呢，我们就正式就是把盐场建设出来。1958年开始，然后呢，58年底、59年初的时候，我们就把英格海盐场建设出来了。
Okay. So in the 50s, 那前面是你说40年代是它是做什么的？当时是
它是开发建设的一个时期，就是还没有开发出来。
那有很多时间。
对。
So it was actually built in the 30s and 40s, but then it took a long time until the 50s. 就是当时是开始生产这个
还没有生产。
还没生产。
一直在筹建的一个过程中。
So basically, that took a really long time to get this place ready for creating salt. So it's a really long process. So the people worked so hard to make this happen. 对吧？Okay.
在我们这个展馆呢，我们是可以就是了解到我们制盐的一个全过程，了解到我们英格海盐场的建设历史，还可以了解到我们一代人的那个青春的一个奋斗史。
Okay. So here we can learn how sea salt is created, and all about how the infrastructure of the area was built. And then also we can learn about all the painstaking and difficult work that the people put in to creating salt. Okay.
对，在这里呢，我们就这里是我们自研的一个历史的一个缩影。
Okay. So this is a small little window into the history of this salt creation here at Yingahai. Okay,
我
great.
们这里呢，作为上世纪它是50年代是国家投资建设的那个战略型军工企业啊。
Okay.
对，我们英格海盐场呢，它对自然就承载了一个对自然的一个敬重对我们新中国轻工业创建的一个热忱还有我们60年前那代人的那些奋斗的一个历史
所以都是国家去投资这个。
对，我们当年
这是国家
对，我们这边是国家投资的。
Okay, so the government invested a lot of money here in the 50s and 60s to create these salt fields. Yeah.
其实我们建这个馆呢，这个初衷呢，其实就是因为太久了，我们英格海盐场的这个历史，它已经被就是经过了我们的3代人，已经被很多人遗忘了。所以我们建这个馆的这个主要的一个意义呢，就是把以前我们封存了这么多年的一个历史，把它挖出来。
很多人忘了，那很可惜是吧？
你像现在我们的3代，我们这里属于第3代了，其实没有很多人都不知道我们英格海盐场的一个历史了，所以呢，
但是现在开始知道了，因为这个地方是吧？
对，因为我们这个馆，所以呢，大家又对我们英格海盐场有了一个重新的一个认识。
Okay. So unfortunately, a lot of people were forgetting about the history of this salt field, and that's a great shame. So that's why they decided to build this culture center, this kind of museum, to let people know about the history of the salt creation here at Yingahai. So now people are starting to know more about what has happened here over the years, and it's really interesting history. Yeah.
那好，现在我们去看一下我们自研的一个过
Let's
程。
take a look. Okay.
这里呢就是我们自研的一个科普了，就是一颗盐的阳光之旅。
Okay, salt's journey of sunshine. Okay, so just how salt is created. Yeah. Okay.
我们英格海盐场呢，它生产的每一颗盐，它最主要是依靠阳光流动的空气，还有水分的一个蒸发，它使海水饱和，最终成盐这样的一个过程就从海水到盐的一个过程。
Okay, so I'm not an expert on this, but it sounds like the way the salt is created is to get the salt water to come in, and it's the power of the sunshine and the evaporation of the water, which makes the salt become more and more concentrated. And then finally we can take it out and use it as salt and have it for our dinner, right?
在我们英格海盐场呢，它至少要经历29天。
Okay, so it takes about 29 days, at least 29 days, to create salt, 就是制作这个盐，对吧？
对。
To create the salt. Okay.
从进水口，然后到我们晒出盐的这个公里数呢，大概是29天30多公里吧。
Okay. 30多公里, wow. So it's about 30 kilometers from where the water comes in from the sea to 就是到这儿吗？
对，到我们的那个结晶区。
Okay. To this area where the water is collected, and yes, the sunshine spends time and the salt is created. So it's 30 kilometers, a really long distance.
那我们看一下我们这边呢，就是我们这个我们英格海盐场在的一个地理位置。它为什么会当初会选择在这边开发盐场呢？其实它有一定的一个我们地理位置的一个特殊。
Okay.
这边呢，我们英格海盐场在图上呢是这里一大片。这一大片都是我们的英格海盐场，它的总面积呢大概是56000亩左右。
你刚说的是30公里是吧？
是流水的一个。
就是拐弯是吧？
对，从进水一直这样子流，一直到我们这个结晶区，它是要10公里。
Okay.
对。
So this area here is the salt fields, yeah, and this is obviously the sea. So 然后它是从哪里进来的呢？
进水口呢是从这里有一个纳槽口，海水是从这里进来的。
那个30公里是在？
从这里进来，一直绕到这里，然后一直过来，然后到我们这边，是这样子一个路线。
Okay, so I'm a little bit confused, but yeah. So the sea water comes in from here, and apparently it comes all the way up here and around here, about here. So I have a question. 我有一个问题，那为什么不能直接从这儿到这儿呢？
因为你时间太短，我们的那个浓度它升不起来，它达不到那个浓度，它就不能结晶。
So I'm learning a lot here. Okay. So why does it need to be so long? Because it needs it needs the time in order to become more concentrated. The salt water can become more concentrated, and get closer to becoming salt. If it was such a short distance, then it wouldn't have enough time. So that's why it goes all the way around. Okay.
还有，其实我们这边形成我们这个得天独厚的一个晒盐的一个环境呢，最主要其实就是这个尖峰岭啊，是这边。
尖峰岭。
那个尖峰岭。
你就说这个风景就非常。
这个山啊，对，这个山它最主要呢是阻挡了来自东北的那边的湿冷的一个水汽，和东南这边湿热的一个水汽，它阻挡了，把它隔住了。
意思就是说会避免经常下雨吗？
有一些对，避免它经常下雨。而且这边呢是越南，它还有一座高原，阻挡来自那边的那些风雨，所以我们这里呢就像被包围着一样。
这里有一个海这边有高原吗？
对，它这边是越南嘛。越南那边还有一座高原，阻挡了来自那边的那些风雨，所以我们应该海盐场呢就这样子像被包围着一样，它那个气温是非常的高的，平均的年温度呢是25.2摄氏度，最低的月温度呢也有20摄氏度。在我们
你说温度比较低，
温度
比较高。
对，在我们这边可以说是没有冬天的。
Okay. So this is really interesting. Okay. So over here you can see this jagged edge. This represents the mountains, 尖峰岭.
对，尖峰岭。
The mountain's called 尖峰岭. Okay. And on the other side, all the way over here, Hainan, in Vietnam, is a high plateau. So in a way, this area is kind of surrounded, okay, by the mountains on this side and the high plateaus of Vietnam. And this creates a good condition for it to keep very hot, okay? And this hotness and the effect of the mountains will prevent it raining so much, okay? So that's why they chose this place, yeah? 你说那个温度是多少呢？
平均的年温度是25.2摄氏度。
25.2。那很热吗？
它不是
就是
最冷的时候，你们最冷的时候不是有些是零下呀，或者10几度啊，但是我们这边平均一整年是这样子。
Okay, 25.5。So 25.2. Sorry. Okay, 好。So the average yearly temperature here is 25.2 degrees Celsius, and that's quite warm if you consider the whole year, including the summer and the winter as an average. And 最高的温度应该是多少呢？
我们这边最高的温度可以达到37度左右。
对and of course the highest temperature would be about 39 degrees Celsius. Okay. 然后最低的温度是
最低的话，可能是4到5、6年左右才会出现一次，就是最低的话可能10度，但是
10度啊。
对，平常的话一般都是有16、17度。
Okay, so normally the lowest temperature here would be about 16 or 17 degrees Celsius. So you can kind of understand this is really quite a warm place, okay? And it really has no winter, okay? 那你不会很热吗？就很热死了这里。
很热，对，这边特别是夏天的时候，真的是
那就有点离不开空调是吧？
对。
Okay, so you need an air conditioner basically beside you at all times here because it's so hot. Can you imagine how hard it was for the workers working in the salt fields under this heat? Wow. Okay, great. 那我们继续吗？
好
，OK。
然后呢，我们这边的话，它第一个是天气热，而且呢，它是降雨量。它是很集中的，它不像海口啊那边或者广东上面，它是一个月它会下几次雨，但是我们这边呢，基本上都是集中在每一年的7月份。
OK。
7月份就开始下。
7月份会。
7、8、9这几个月集中的下。
那会下得很大吗？还是？
会因为这边都是台风季节。
比一般的地方还大吗？
都其实差不多。
差不多。
他们也是有台风的嘛，但是我们是集中的，我们不会说1月份下、2月份下、3月份下。
OK。
是集中在7、8、9这几个月，一年下来就这几个月下雨。
Good.
其他
So
时间基本上不下。
对, so of course, sometimes it has to rain here. And those are in the months of July, August, and September, we will get some rain here. And that's sort of concentrated rain for the whole year. It happens at that time. The rest of the year, it's really very dry. So I have another question. 所以那你们会不会缺水？就是
会
对吧？
缺水
就是
对
冬天的时候。
是夏天的时候缺水，因为我们是秋天的时候下雨嘛，所以在
你不是
夏天。
七八九月份吗？
对对对，
下雨。
对，因为7月份前我们都会缺水。
啊
我们这边
可能五六月份啊。
对啊，5、6月份，我们前2年就试过一次，我们这一片连续断了水差不多1个月。
Wow. Okay. So in around May and June time, actually, they would suffer from a lack of water. And you said 是今年还是？
前2年。
And the last 2 years around this time, they had 1 month with the water 就停了吗？
对，停了。
They just the water stopped.
我们只能靠那个消防车运的那一些生活用水给我们用。
So they needed the fire engines to come and provide water to the 就是给人民的。
给我们就是喝水啊，那生活的用水。
Wow. Okay. So the people needed to rely on the fire brigade to bring water. Okay. So let's continue. Okay.
这边呢就是我们自研的一个过程了就是从进水口，然后到我们洁净的一个路线。
Okay.
这边呢就是我们的钠采口。
Okay.
对，我们的海水就从这里进来的。
So this shows us the journey of the water from the sea to the salt fields. So it starts here. 从这里开始。
对，从这里开始。
好像有时候没记错是。
这里到这个水库。
So it becomes this reservoir first. 然后呢？
水库，然后到初级的蒸发池。
Comes out here.
这里初级的蒸发池这一片。然后到这一片中级的蒸发池。
Okay, comes over here.
然后到这边高级的蒸发池。再到我们的洁净池。它是从这里进来，绕一个圈，到我们的盐。
Very interesting. Okay. So yes, again, the water comes in here. It first in this reservoir, and then it moves into the first part of the evaporation process. And we'll come around to the second part of the evaporation process, then to the last part here. 然后最后呢？
洁净池。
Here. This is where 然后就是从这里收那个盐。
收的盐，对。
And this is where they collect the salt. Okay, fantastic.
它最初呢，我们从这里的话，它是29天是怎么样来的呢？它是这里初级蒸发池。
Okay.
初级蒸发池呢，这里呢就是初级从这里进来，然后呢初级、中级、高级，在初级蒸发池这里有6个滩田，每一个滩田呢海水就停留1天的时间。所以在初级蒸发池这里是1、2、3、4、5、6个滩。它海水呢是从这里第一天1个滩，第2天2滩、3滩、4滩、5滩、6滩，它是这样子走的。所以在初级蒸发池这里呢，它就待了6天。
你说的是这个1天、2天、3天，不是
1滩、2滩、3滩、4滩、5滩、6滩。它是一个滩一个滩这样子的，水是一个滩一个滩的过。
这里有点看不出来是吧？
对，这里是看不出来。
OK。
只能到它现场的话，它就是一个滩一个滩一个滩这样子。
Okay. So we can't quite see here, but the process of the water it takes about 6 days, 对吧？Day 1 it's around here, day 2 here, day 3, day 4, day 5, day 6, and all the time the salt in the water is becoming more and more concentrated. Yeah. And then
中级蒸发池呢就9天。
Okay, this takes 9 days.
高级的蒸发池14天。
14天14 days.
然后呢就到我们的洁净池了。它在这边的度数呢是每一天基本上差不多是1天就增加浓度，它是浓度就增加1度左右。
每天
波美度我们的那个海水的浓度用波美度来，就是这个单位它是用波美度的。
波美度 Okay. So every day the concentration of the salt in the water will increase by 1 波美度. Which I don't know, I'm not quite sure what that is. I'm not a scientist, but yes, each day it will increase by 1 波美度. Okay. And then it'll become more and more concentrated. Okay.
那我 我们高级蒸发池这里呢，它的浓度就会达到25度左右的一个25波美度这样。
这个是25%吗？还是不算？
它是有专门一个测量的一个浓度的我们叫波美表。它是测量到它是25度左右。它这个浓度的时候呢，它就会达到一个差不多饱和，可以结晶了。然后呢，我们就会灌溉到我们的结晶池。
OK， 好的 ，OK， 好 ，Let's continue， 对吧？
而这边呢，就是我们的老盐系列了，10年到60年。
哇哦！那就时间越久，它会变得越大。
对，它会结晶在一起。
这样的。Okay, so here we have salt from 10 years ago, salt from 20 years ago, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years, and 60 years. So we maybe notice a couple of differences. Number one is the color of the salt, especially around here, becomes a lot more deeper, right? A lot more darker, yeah? And also the salt will begin to crystallize and come together more and more. 对吗？对 ，OK。很棒。
那老盐它存放的时间越长，它的镁离子就会越少，氯化钠越高，水分含量就会越低，它的矿物质就会越纯。所以呢，老盐它是有去湿、驱寒、清热、解毒等等的这些功效。时间越长，它这些功效就会越明显。
So the longer we leave salt, basically the better it becomes. It has many functions as it becomes older and older. Yeah, wow.
那我们的老盐是怎么样晒出来的呢？
Okay, so yes, how do we get this sea salt then? Let's see. Where does it come from? Yeah.
我们老盐生产的条件呢，它必须要具备天时、地利、人和。
Okay, 必须什么？
天时、地利、人和这3点。
Okay. 天时就是时间吗？
对，天时就是我们的这个天气、时间。
地利就是它的状况是吧？就是。
对，因为我们之前的一个就是我们刚刚介绍的那个盐，普通的盐一个周期呢就是29天，但是老盐呢它要晒3个月，而且3个月里面呢它是不能够下雨的。
那要是下雨呢怎么办？
下雨就没了。
哇 ，OK。
对，所以不是每一年我们都会有老盐出来的。
Okay.
老盐不是每一年都能生产出来的。
Okay, so for what we call 老盐, old salt, yeah, it requires time, it requires the proper conditions, and it also requires 就是有人工的，对吧? It needs people to work on it, okay? And finally, they can create the old salt or 老盐, okay? But one problem is that if it rains, anytime within the 30 days, which is the time that is required, if it rains, then the salt's gone. It's all ruined. So 都会祈祷就是不会下雨，对吧？对。So they're just hoping that it won't rain. That's really important for them.
我们生产老盐就是跟赌博一样啦，看天气，就是看天气来吃饭。
Okay. So she said getting this salt is like gambling. Okay. And you gotta watch the weather reports and just hope that it doesn't rain.
我们都希望它3个月不下雨。
Yeah. Okay.
而我们
3个月对吧？Sorry. It's actually 3 months, not.
对，它是连续的，它是不能。
3 months. It can't rain for 3 whole months. Wow.
对。
Okay. Wow.
那我们老盐有什么样的一个作用呢
？Okay.
它在本草纲目上面就有记载到，大盐它是有解毒、凉血、润燥、定痛止痒的一些功效，也就是我们老百姓说的什么祛湿、驱寒、清热、解毒。像我们喉咙痛、牙痛可以泡水喝。我们风湿、关节炎、肩周炎这些呢，我们可以用来泡脚或者用来热敷。
Right. Wow. Okay, so this salt, this what they say called 老盐 old salt, has a lot of functions. I'm going to ask her again to tell me because there's so many. 第一个，你再跟我讲，就是有哪一些功效呢？
祛湿驱寒。
Okay, so it can let the sort of excess moisture in your body to get out, right? And
可以清热解毒。
And sort of cool your body down, yeah, and get rid of any sort of toxic sort of elements in your body, yeah. And 还有吗？
基本上就是这些。
对 and it's good for your skin, right? 对皮肤好。
可以美容。
Yeah, it makes you more beautiful, yeah. And it's good for if you have a toothache, 牙痛是吧？
牙痛。
If you have a toothache, it'll be very good. 还有什么痛呢？
肩周炎。
就是
风湿
your joints. Wow, so it's like a miracle cure for a lot of problems.
对对对，老盐呢，在我们本地上的话，基本上是可以用很多的一个用途。
OK， 所以再说一次，那个老盐和海盐就是不一样，对吧？
对，其实老盐它也是海盐晒出来的，但是最主要是一个时间的一个问题。它时间越长，其实海盐呢，它也有这样的去湿驱寒的一个功效。但是时间不长，它的那个就没有那么明显。
它的时间就是30天。
一
个月嘛。
对。
然后老盐是3个月。OK. So sorry, I should have been more clear about that. So normal sea salt takes about 1 month to become ready. But this, what they call lao yan, old salt, takes 3 months before it's ready. And it's kind of just a better salt. It has a lot more functions and it's much better. Yeah. OK, 好。
对，它最主要是晒了3个月之后，我们还会保存。
OK。
保存个最少是保存个5年、10年、20年这样子。
这个也需要嘛，对吧？就是那个3个月之后。
对，3个月之后。
还得。
之后，然后再保存。
So after the 3 months of being outside, it's collected, and it then needs to be stored for about 5 years. Well, like we saw, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, and the longer the better. 对吧？好 ，OK。
好了，这边呢就是我们制盐的一些工艺的一个流程。我们一个流程下来呢，第一个是纳槽。
Okay, so here we have the process of how salt is created, and it's in 6 steps. So let's find out about these steps. Number 1. 纳槽。yes,
就是从海水进来我们的大湖。
Okay.
我们这个过程叫纳槽。
Okay, so that's what we just talked about. The seawater comes in to the reservoir in the salt fields. Yeah. 好的 Number 2.
第二个就是制卤。就是初级、中级、高级的一个蒸发。
Okay, so this is the evaporation of the water and the salt getting more and more concentrated. This happens in step 2. And again, it's day by day getting more and more concentrated. Okay?
第3个就是结晶了，就是出盐了。
就是去收集那个盐吗？
对。
就是。
看一下这里，这就是我们收盐的一个场景。
Okay.
我们就这样收的。
So this is basically step 3. I think you can see what's happening. He's pulling the salt from the water, and then they put it into baskets. This is all part of step 3.
然后呢？
那第4步呢？那不是
收盐了对。
这个不是他在收盐吗？
对，它这个就是收盐。结晶是晒在池子里面，晒在那里，然后呢，等它结晶出来，我们才会收。
I'm sorry. Okay, so step 3 is placing the salt in this pool, and 还是有那个蒸发的这个。And the sun will continue to shine down. It will continue to evaporate the water. And step 4 then is collecting it into these baskets. Okay. Step 5.
就是堆坨了。我们把它收起来之后，我们会堆成一个大大的一个盐山。
一个 mountain 是吧？
对，把它堆成一个盐山。
Okay. So step 5, they'll put all the salt they collected into a huge mountain. I don't know how big. 多高呢？有这个屋顶。
有几米高吧，应该。
几米？
有个3、4米。
Okay, maybe 3.
7、8米应该都有，有一些都有。
3, 4 meters, 5, 6, 7, maybe even up to 8 meters in height. These really high mountains of salt. So why do you do this? 为什么呢？为什么堆成一个山呢？
堆成那里的话，它因为我们收上来这里不是还有些水吗？
要
把水分晒干。
Good. So there's still some moisture in the salt. So that's why they need to create it into a mountain and let the sunshine continue to work its magic. And step number 6.
最后呢，就是我们就是像现在我们淡季的一些的话，就是进行一个我们盐池的一个维修因为用久了之后经过这半年，大概是半年左右用久了，它有一些泥土有一些池子里面有一些损坏我们就要进行维修了。
Okay. So step number 6 is just basically fixing up. There's going to be some problems that have happened because it really takes a long time for the salt to be ready. Okay, so maybe there's some dirt in the pools. They need to clear out all that dirt so that it's ready. 就会准备好了，回到第1步是吧？在下一个阶段。
在下一次产盐的一个季节，我们就可以再继续用了。
So they need to clear it all out, and then they're going to be ready for going back to step 1 when they're ready to start producing salt again. Okay, great.
我们自研的话，就基本上就是这样的一个知识点了。
Okay.
这样下面我们来看一下我们英格海盐场的一个历史。
好的 So I hope you understood how salt is created, and we're going to move on to our next part now. So let's take a look. Okay.
这边呢就是我们英格海盐场的一个历史，一片滩的3个时期。
Okay. So here we have the 3 periods of the beach. Okay. So this is a kind of a history of how these salt fields came into being. Okay.
我们第一个时期呢是1939到1945年。第
Okay.
二个时期呢是1946年到1949年。第3个时期呢，也就是我们英格海盐场建设的时候，是1954年到1957年。这段时间是我们的勘探时期。58年呢，我们就正式有一批万人大军，1万人。
1万人就是
对，万人的大军开始过来建设。
Okay, okay. So yes, the history is separated into 3 main periods. The first was from 1939 to 1945. The second period, and that was when things were getting started. Then the next period was from 1946 to 1949. 这个时候是发生了什么呢？46 to 49，就是
主要是也是一些故事
Okay, there'll be some stories from this period. Okay, and then finally, from 1954 to 1957, 就是基本上建好了，对吧？
没有，还没有。
就是
58年，它这里呢是一个勘探的一个时期，我们要把整个我们这5万多亩的一个地方要重新探测，就是计划在哪里是纳槽的，哪里是初级、中级、高级的一个蒸发的一个地点。然后这些完成这些勘探之后呢，我们才开始建设。
Okay. So this is the main period of planning for the salt fields. It was only after this that it was finally ready for use and ready for creation of the salt. Yeah. Okay, great. So, where are we next?
那么我们来看一下我们当年就是建设时期用的一些这些他们用过的一些东西。
Okay.
这里呢都是很有一些纪念的一些价值意义了。
Okay. So here are some items that were used. 就是工人用的是吧？
我们当年就是记录测我们的水的一些水的一个温度啊、流向啊等等，他们用来记录的一些这些本子，还有这个背包呢是当年可以说是50年代的时候的一个标志性的一个东西了。基本上每一个人他背的包都是这样子的。
Okay, great. So this is many of the workers would carry these books, and they would record some important information. For example, about the concentration of the salt in the water. And this cute little bag was kind of a little bit dirty now, but this was basically the bag that all of the workers would have in the 1950s. 这个是不是双肩的是吧？就是
单肩。
Okay, it's like a satchel, and be worn like this across their body. Okay. 那现在就是没有那么多这个了，就剩。
基本上看不见了。
Okay, so this is a really rare object now. Maybe just only this one left here. Okay, wow. And some other tools for measuring things. Okay, great.
以前的那个老师的一个电话。电话。
谁的电话啊？
以前的电话。
电话。
对，我们以前用的电话就是这样子的。还有这个水壶也是很有标志性的一个水壶。基本上像我们就是我们的父母，他们那个年代所有的人几乎能就是能用得上水壶的人都是这一款。
这个也是50年代的是吧？
对，
都是50年代啊。So some more items from the 1950s. Here is a telephone. 然后就是每一个家庭会有这个吗？不会
就是一个像一个地方，就是我们新村这一片就一个电话。
Okay. So it's one sort of quite large village area would have one telephone for the whole village. Okay. 然后这个是用这个要付费吗？还是？
对，
还是？
应该是要收一点点费用。
Okay. So maybe they would have to pay a little bit of money, and then they could use the telephone. And then this is a water bottle from the 1950s, and she was just telling me that basically in her parents' time period, everyone would have one of these water bottles. Okay, because it was really thirsty work, I'm sure. So they needed to have a lot of water.
对，这些都是我们用过的。
Okay.
全部都是我们用过的一些用具。 我们都其实都保存下来了，然后
Okay.
基本上都没有了。
Wow. Okay. So these are very special items as well. They've protected them very well, but there's not many of these items left. So what you're seeing here are quite unique. Yeah. 这个是什么呢？
这个呢是当时就是检测我们的一个电线是否通电，它通不通电的一些仪器。
Okay, so this is just for testing if there's an electrical charge, if the electricity is working correctly or not. Okay. Next we have
这些都是探测时期用的一些，就像测量一个那个经纬仪啊等等的这些用具都是。
这个有点像一个氧气管，不是吗？氧气管吗？是？
不是，它是经纬仪。对。
你知道这个是做什么的吗？
它这些都是测量，
就测量 ，OK。
角度啊，等等的一些工具。
Okay.
基本上都是。
So just various different tools for measuring, yeah， 就是跟测
量个角度，
就是你们建筑的。
对，建我们延长时期的那个，就像一个角度这样子，角度的一些。
Okay, so just the infrastructure of the salt fields. They needed to measure certain distances, and they would use these items to do that. Wow. 这个也是对吧？
这个也是，它就是一个配套一套。
Okay. 这个好像比较新一点没有这些50年代吗？
对，这些都是50年代用的。
Look at that, it's from the 50s, but it's really preserved so well. Wow. It looks quite modern, actually, I think. Yeah. Okay.
这里呢就是基本上是我们的一些历史我们用过的一些用具。
Good.
到这边呢就是我们建设时期的一些故事了，一群人的热血青春。
Okay, the youth of a group of people. Okay, so this is the story of the young people who were working here in the salt fields in the beginning. And like I said, it was really difficult work. So let's find out about that. Yeah.
我们应该延长的是1958年开始建设，当年呢就有一支万人大军，就是1万人，接近1万人这个部队。它主要是由70%是部队转业过来的，其他的一些呢，就是我们海南岛的一些当地的一些民工，还有一些技术的人员、地方的一些干部组成的这个万人大军，进入到我们这边就开始建设开发。
就1万人对吧？Okay, so 10,000 people came here, and they were responsible for working to create the salt fields. Yeah. And they came mostly from the 部队是吧？ From the army. Then there was also some government, 就是政府的干部是吧？
干部对。
Some government workers, 还有
一些技术的人员。
And some experts in the field, and they would.
我们当地的一些民工。
Yeah. Okay. And they all came here together, a group of 10,000 people, and got to work on these salt fields.
可以看一下这幅图，这里呢是我们应该盐场还没有建设出来的一些最原始的一个面貌了。它这边基本上我们应该盐场这5万多亩，基本上就是这些滩涂的地带，淤泥地啊，那什么沼泽地啊，那些芦苇地啊等等。当年呢，他们建设的时候可以说是非常的辛苦。
对，就是原来有沼泽和就是泥土
那些一走就是陷下去的那些泥啊。
所以他们要把它清理掉，
清理掉才能建盐场。
Wow. Okay. So originally this area was full of swamps and dirty fields and things like that. So this group of 10,000 workers had to clear all these swamps and all this dirt and muck out in order for later for the salt fields to be able to be created. Yeah. So it was really, really difficult work. Yeah.
真的很辛苦。
Yeah.
而且当年呢，就是因为我们国家的一个原因，所以他预计给我们呢是有2万人的，但是实际上只有1万人来到这里。
Oh, okay. So you might think that 10,000 people is a lot of people, but actually, originally they planned for 20,000 people, but because of the times, the difficulty, it was the government couldn't provide so many people, so it ended up being 10,000 rather than 20,000.
机械呢有80台，但是实际上呢，到我们这里可以说1台都没有。
一台什么？就是
机械，就是我们建盐场的一些机械。
大机械就是原先是要有80台。
预计国家给我们的是有80台的，但是实际上来到我们这边呢，可以说是1台都没有。
这些机器是为了清理这个。
就是清理这些淤泥啊，然后建设岩场用的一些机器。
Okay, so it gets even harder because these 10,000 people, originally they were expected to have 80 machines to help them in the clearing work of the swamps and of these dirt-filled fields. But finally, basically they got no machines to help with that. So they had to do it all with their back-breaking work to get the area cleared. Yeah.
所以大家可以看到这里，他们都是人工，就是自己。
Yeah.
这个是很大的一个柱子，我们可以看到平时压平那个地板的那种他们是自己，我们几个人就自己拉的，把我们这里一片5万多亩的这个土地，都是靠他们这样子的人力，用这个人力来把它碾平的。
Wow. Okay, so this item here is not so clear in the picture, but this was used for flattening the ground. And probably originally they should have had some machines to help pull these, but finally the government or the country wasn't able to provide them. So they just had to pull and pull and pull all the way like around this massive, massive area just to flatten out the fields. Wow.
所以呢，当年他们我们建设岩场的时候，一个口号，一个人顶10个人，10个人顶100个人来用。
Okay. So they had sort of a slogan at the time. One person should do the work of 10 people, and 10 people should do the work of 100 people. 是吗？ Oh, wow. Okay.
所以当年呢，我们就是建岩场的时候，预计3年的，实际上我们只用了2年的时间就把英格海岩场建设出来了。
这么厉害啊？
对。
Okay. So we originally thought it would take 3 years to finish the salt fields, but in fact,
因为他们都是主要是军工转业过来的嘛，他们当年的一个凝聚力啊，然后的一些就是用部队的那一套过来，所以呢，他们都是很积极。
他们真的很认真的啊。
对，很认真的。
Okay, so yeah.
可以看一下这边哦，都是我们建设时期的。你看这里呢，都是当年都是这样子的一些淤泥地、沼泽地所以他们一开始他们都是哇。很震撼，我们看到了那个视频，它真的是非常震撼的。他们就是挑这些泥的时候，他们有一些是4个，像这样子的，他们是4个那个扁担，有些是6个扁担这样子挑过去，他们就一路走就是冲啊这样子，对，干了就是干所以呢，当年建设岩场时候的那个画面真的是非常非常的震撼。
Wow. Okay. So because a lot of these workers came from the army, they were really hardworking and they had a really good spirit, so they could really get working hard to get to their goal. Okay, so here are just some pictures of everybody working hard to clear these swamps. Everybody working together and look, even smiling, enjoying their work. I think that's incredible. Wow, and there's so many people. So yeah, it was supposed to take 3 years to finish the job, but they did it in 2 years. That's a fantastic work ethic.
然后呢，到最后这里是我们的那个发电机。
OK。
对，这个就是我们这里的一个遗留了很久的这个发电机。
从50年
代，对。
Okay.
现在。
So this is the power generator from the 50s, yeah.
它这个呢是一个6缸的一个柴油的一个发电机。
1、2、3、4、5、6 ，1、2、3、4、5、6
缸
就是他们会动是吧？然后发电OK。
很吵，当年在这里发电。这边呢，其实这只是其中的1台，还有3台这边1台，前面有2台的，但是就建这个管的时候，它就清理掉了，就只留下了这1台做展览。
原来有3台是吧？
一共4台。
4台sorry，
对，一共4台。
Wow. Okay. So there were 4 of these generators before, but as you can see, they take up quite a lot of space. So for the sake of the culture center, this museum, they just kept one of them for us on display, so we can see it, and the other 3 they have now taken away. Wow. 所以这个是有什么用途呢？
最主要是我们制盐生产过程中用到的一些电。
Okay. So the electricity that came from this was used in the production of salt. Okay.
对，还有我们平常一些就是普通我们老百姓自己用的一些生活的一个用电。
Okay. And it even provided electricity to the locals.
就照明对， 这些用电。
哦，就是灯是吧？
对，电
灯。
灯，对。
做饭呢？
做饭，对。
啊。
当年呢，它其实都是从这里发出去的。
Ah, okay. So for cooking and for lighting, this would send out electricity to the locals. Well, that's fantastic. Oh. 可能其他的地方不一定有电是吧？
对，
但是这边的人，
我们这一边周边呢就有电了，其他的不一定有电。
Because the people here were actually really lucky because
对，我们延长人当年可以说是真的是很幸运，也很自豪、很骄傲的。
Yeah.
对。
So although they were very, very hard working,
要不现在我们去体验一下我们收盐，就是我们
Okay.
当一回盐工吧。
Okay, sure. Okay, so let's go and get some salt, basically.
我们先换上我们的鞋子。
Okay, so we need
戴我们的帽子。
change our shoes. Okay, thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
And get a hat because it's really sunny and hot today. Oh, okay. Oh, Wellington boots. Nice. Oh, here. Oh, they're ready for us. Woo. Okay. For me? I hope they fit. Okay. Let's put these guys on. I haven't worn these boots in ages. Okay, good. Pretty comfortable. Nice. And the other one more. Okay, look pretty good. 这不可以带回家吗？好帅啊！
试一下，还有帽子。
Okay. Oh, wow.
帽子。
Oh, this is the real authentic look here, right?
这个长一点。
Okay. Okay. I don't think. Oh, cool. 可以吗？对吗？
OK。
这个就不用套，这不用套。
可以。
Okay. And oh, and some water. We're going to need that. Okay, thank you. Okay, so in the past they had these water bottles. Now we've got these plastic bottles. Great.
对啊，我们这边你看，现在已经10月份了，还这么晒。
对。
有一些地方的话都要穿那个秋衣了，但是我们这边还是跟夏天一样，非常的热。
Yeah, so it's October now. A lot of places around China will be wrapping up. It's starting to get cold, but here it's still really, really hot. Yeah. Wow. 天气好好，今天是吧？
对啊，今天还算好吧。如果你是5月份、6月份来的时候更热。哦。对啊，这个时候已经很晒了。
Okay, cool. So yeah, there's a lot of people here coming to see the. 这都是游客是吧？
对，他们都是来旅游的。
Okay, so there'll be a lot of tourists who come here to see the salt fields. It's really quite interesting. 那你们游客最多的时候是什么时候啊？
一般节假日的话，它都非常的多。
Okay, so in the holiday times, now it's a holiday time in China, so there'll be a lot of tourists coming here. 但是夏天的时候太热了呀，他们可能不想来，对吧？还是
他们都会来，也会来，因为难得放假。然后最主要，其实我们这边呢，就是可以让小孩体验一下我们就是当员工的一个辛苦，让他们吃一下苦。他们就回去的话，他们也就是得到一些感悟吧。
Okay, so they have some fun activities here, especially for the kids, because they can let them try the difficult experience of extracting the salt from the water.
现在小孩都过得太安逸了，
对啊，
让他们吃一下苦。
Yeah, life's too easy for kids nowadays, right? Yeah, so we need to make them work a bit harder and see how the difficult life of people in the past was like. Wow.
这边呢，其实已经是我们的盐场了，我们的结晶区了。你看到这个，这一片都是我们的结晶区域。你还可以看到远的，还可以看到一些我们的盐山。
这个是就是不是有好几个区域是吧？接近，就最后一个区域是吧？接近区
我们的那个纳槽口呢是在那边。那边是我们的那个纳槽口。
So over there, yeah, the seawater comes in and it goes all the way.
初级、中级、高级。
Yeah, step 1, step 2, step 3. Taking many days, up to like 30 days, right? 1 month, and then finally comes to here, which is where the salt crystallizes. Yeah. Okay. Wow. 那游客一般会来这一块儿，还是不去看其他的是吧？
其他基本上看不到的，太远了，我们盐场太大了。
OK。
所以他们一般来的话，就是去我们的文化馆，到我们的餐厅，然后呢，再到我们的结晶区这里看一下，体验一下收盐。
Okay, so yeah, the tourists would mostly come to the culture center we just visited and to this area to see the salt in its crystallized form. The other parts are kind of far away, and it's not so difficult to go. It's a little bit difficult to go and see those areas. Yeah. 哇，现在水比较多是吧？还是？
对，因为前段时间台风的一个原因。
哦。So yeah, it was a typhoon recently, so the water level is quite high. 然后那这样就是稀释那个盐对吧？就是
对，稀释了，它就把它化掉了。
那你前面不是说那就不能用了吗？
对，我们的话一般现在的话就是一个淡季。我们现在就处于一个就是那个最后的那个维修的那个状态。
所以前面的那个盐都
都化掉。
那上次就是成功的收盐是什么时候呢？就是
8月份，7、8月份还有一点盐。
7、8月份。
对。
So in July and August they collected some salt. 然后那个台风是那个之后是吧？
对，台风之后那个盐就少了。
还是会有一点盐，
还是会有一点。
但就是说没有那么好，没有那么多。
没有5、6月份。
就不会全部被毁掉了，就是说。
对。
Okay. So if it rains, they can still get some of the salt, but if it doesn't rain, it's going to be a much better harvest. 哇！那你在这边工作多久呢？
我就是我们这个基地建这个基地的时候我就来了。
那个是什么时候？就是那个
2020年。
就是那个
开馆前，
就是你们文化中心开了。So I was just asking her how long she's been working here. About 2 years, yeah.
对。
然后工作会辛苦吗？
我们在这边的话还好，我们没有员工那么辛苦。最主要是介绍我们就是应该海盐场的这个历史。
那你还蛮喜欢你的工作的。
对呀。
Yeah, she enjoys her job here. Wow. 这些楼是什么呢？
这些是我们以前的放盐的一个仓库。我们盐场的仓库，我们以前就是产完盐之后呢，我们就会放到这里，就在这里储存的。你看到这里的这些都是我们的盐。
都是盐吗？
对，这些就是我们的盐山
了。就是那个山的
对。
这个可能有一个2-3米是吧？
对，有一点高。
更高的。
看到那些白的，那都是
对。
看那白色的，
为什么
起来的那些？
你套了这个塑料是吧？
对，有时候就是防下雨的时候。那我们下去收一下盐。
可以啊 ，Have a try， 试一下吧。OK。哇哦，这看起来很重，会吗？
对啊，这个已经是小了，我们就是正常的盐工还要长呢。
哇哦，就是50年代也是这样的，但是会长一点的吧？
对，我们正式的盐工，这个就是为了就是体验嘛，我们就做完了。正式的盐工的话，他估计有这么长吧？有1米多，很重。
很累啊，对啊。
对啊，
要很。
那我们下去试一下吧。
OK， 好的，走吧。OK， 你先吗？还是我先？先到哪里？
到那个我们那边有2个盐工那里，他会专门教你怎么样收盐。
好的。怎么样？找吗？要进来吗？
进去我们进去。
OK， 好的。哇哦，很深是吧？还好，所以就穿了这个。带了，对，穿了这个鞋。你们现在在工作是吧？
对。
要开始吗？
收盐吗？
对啊。
收盐我教你了。
好的，先放进去是吧？
往这边走，往这边盐了，往这边来。
好的。这里有
这样子慢慢往后放。
放进去吧啊。
嗯，
好的
拿到那个爬一半以上啊，就这样子啊，
，OK，
这样子，你这样子也行啊，你拿不习惯这样子也行。
就
2排手
2个手啊，
啊，那盐巴多点你拉不到的，
要用力吗？
不用力，慢慢往后走。
你说就轻轻的。
哎，对，
哦，
慢慢往后走
哇
啊，然后慢慢盐就来了，
，I can see the salt。
它的盐就慢慢来了，啊，你让我慢慢往后走，啊，它的盐就来了，
有
嗯，
，nice。这个工作会很累吗？
这个动作你收1爬2爬就不累，你要做几个小时干嘛不累？
哦，
活来的。
对。So this is be very tiring work. It's quite, we're enjoying it right now, but usually people have to do this for hours and hours. So it'd be really, really tiring. But actually, I think it's quite fun. 然后要送到这里来吗？
啊，对。
啊，我就拐一个弯啊 ，turn around. Here we go. Oh, and I think I got some. 啊，好，对吗？Thank you. Okay, cool. 然后就继续是吧？回去再。
从来也行啊，还有盐可以收。
好，
重爬，在这边放重爬也。
好的，这里也有。Okay, let's have another try. Oh, that's more. That's better.
你把那个腰伸直起来。
Okay.
也不要伸太直，自然点。
我怎么感觉应该用点力，没有吗？
要用力。这个它刚刚起步的时候是没有多少盐，就不要用多大力，等到盐巴厚了就有力了。
哦。
这是慢慢来的，它盐不是一下子多吗？是慢慢收起来就有盐了。你这样子放也行啊。啊，是不是慢慢盐就多了？
Okay. So when in Rome, does the Romans do? Let's see. Wait. Yeah, nice. 可以吗？
可以。
All right. This is fun work. So we go again. And there's a little mountain of salt over here. 我可以摸一下盐吗？
啊？
可以摸一下。
可以摸啊。
See. Whoops.
这样子拉也行啊，这样子拉也行。
Ah. So here's the salt. No smell. So, yeah, a little bit. Yeah, it's all in little crystals of salt. Wow, so shiny and beautiful under the sun. Cool. So let's continue working. Yeah? Okay. First get a bit more salt. Yeah? Okay. Here it is. Ooh. Nice. Okay. So yeah, obviously it's still got a lot of moisture inside it. So that's why they need to put it into the mountains of salt and let the sun continue to do the work to make it into salt that we can later have at our dinner table. Okay. Wait. Okay, and I just want to get some more. Can't be lazy. Gotta work hard. Okay. Oh. 这个好像有一点会有脏是吧？
对呀。
这边的脏，那边的不脏吗？还是？
都脏了，整个全部脏，你看没有？黑一层在上面。
那是不是？
还会消毒的。
哦。
还要赶混，赶混以后要吃的拿去加工厂那边，下面有个加工厂哦。
哦，那要洗吗？还是就是消毒？
粉水洗涤。
先洗，然后再消毒是吧？
对。
啊。So they need to actually, it's a little bit of dirt, but they need to wash the salt, and then they will also disinfect it. Only after that can it be consumed. Yeah. Okay. 感觉怎么样？你对，好玩。好 ，it's fun.
这个水太深，浅一点就好。
哎，它现在主要没有太多盐。
哦。Yeah, normally there'd be much more salt. But because 就是因为那个台风吗？
对对。
对啊，台风下大雨。
Oh, but because of the typhoon, really the amount of salt is quite limited. It really dissolved and diluted the water, the salt in the water. So there's really not so much salt. Some other times it would be 就是很厚的 a really thick layer of salt. That'd be quite impressive. So like I said, it's gambling. You gotta hope that it doesn't rain. Okay. So now I've learned about this process of collecting salt, and it's really quite difficult. It's not easy. So now we want to try some local dishes to see if this sea salt, is different to the salt that we normally have when we eat. Okay. So shall we go? Yeah. 这个呢？带回去吧。
我们放前面上。
好的。嘿。啊。Okay. Okay, did some good work there. Thank you. That's my exercise for today. Okay.
辛苦了。
可以喝一点水吗？ Okay, I think I deserve some of this water. It is quite hot, but luckily we've got this hat. It really, 这个帽子很有帮助是吧？那他们以前的那个帽子也是这样的吗？是吧？
对，它这个最主要它可以挡了全脸嘛。很凉快。
之前50-60年代的鞋子就不是这样的吧？
是这样子。
哦，是吗？
但是以前我们刚开始的时候，这个鞋很难得的，他们没有多少人穿。就是他们你想买不到。对，他们以前都是光着脚丫踩进去，所以有些人他们那个脚我看过，就是有一个多少岁60多岁了那个老人家，他脚上的那个疤因为以前他挑那个扁担的时候，他磨破了皮，然后就一直泡在盐水里面泡了几个月，他那个伤口他不好，但是他也不会发炎。到后面就现在留了几10年的那个疤痕了，黑黑的。那个疤痕就留在这里了。不发炎是因为那个水，那个盐水消毒嘛。消毒。它一直泡在那里，它那个伤口不会好好恢复恢复不了。Oh, that's really interesting. So now we've got these Wellington boots, but in the past, a lot of people couldn't afford these, so they would have to go into the water in their bare feet. And she said that sometimes if they got an injury on their foot, the salt water would kind of disinfect it and keep it from getting infected, but also the foot wouldn't be able to heal in time, so it'd be a really long time before it healed, and then they'd be left with scars on their feet. Wow. 很棒，很有意思这里啊。怎么样？感觉怎么样？特别好。我们的员工很辛苦吧？对，很辛苦。对呀。还好没有那时候那么辛苦是吧？对。一般的话，我们就是其实这个时候我们基本上看不到员工上班的，因为他们都是赶在太阳出来前来上班，因为太热了，怕中暑，所以我们都是早的收盐，或者晚上下午的时候，天气凉快了一点再收盐。Okay, so yeah, it's really hot right now. So usually the workers will come out earlier in the day or later in the day to collect the salt. 那一般是几点呢？就是一般有些人早上3、4点，半夜3、4点就出来上班了。就相当于还是夜里是吧？对。有时候就下午5、6点的时候。那他们可能会来2次是吧？就是看任务。最主要是看任务。Okay. So yeah, probably they'd come in the morning. Well, actually, in the middle of the night, maybe 3 or 4 o'clock, or maybe later in the day, like 6 o'clock. You know, when the sun's not so strong. 但是他们夜里来的话，就不是太黑了吗？对啊，晒好黑的。我们这边的人基本上是很黑的。没有，我是说他们3、4点钟夜里就是说。盐是白色的，半夜是可以看得到的。它晚上的话，它反光嘛，就可以看到盐。那有灯吗？没有灯。就是月亮的。对。Wow. Okay. So yeah, in the middle of the night. They use the moonlight and it kind of reflects off the salt because the salt is white. So they're able to continue their work. Wow, can't imagine that. 对啊。但是走过来肯定看不到啊。我只要灯有月亮是。有，他们下来的时候就拿那个手电筒。先照路，然后到那个收盐池里面呢，他就可以看到了。
他们就
就可以看到原
okay,
来
so
的
they'd use a torch to make their way here, and then when they get here,
Yeah.
就是很亮，就是
对对
还好，
对
因为那个盐对吧？
嗯，
Great. 这个风景好好是吧？
哦，在这边
就
绿化还
很
行，
很平是吧？就
对
是
对
可以看到山，那个是那个尖峰岭对吧？
啊对，
尖峰岭啊。
那个山就是我们的那个尖峰岭的那个山脉了。
哦，OK
哎。很多时候台风的话，它一般有很多台风啊，就来到我们这边就绕路了。
啊，但是前2个月就没有，运气就没那么好。
其实也没有正面来到我们这边，它只是一些就是到别的地方影响到我们这里。
These mountains are very helpful because when the typhoon comes, it kind of just goes around the mountains, so it kind of avoids this area.
对。
Wow. Because typhoons can be quite destructive at times, so I suppose it would keep this place a lot safer.
那
Okay. So yeah. Okay. So let's go over onto this beautiful grass. Wow. So we're in a nice garden here. 一个花园是吧？
对，这里算是花园
啊。
休息的一个。
Okay, good.
可以吗？
好的。对 ，No, I'm not too tired. 我没有那么累。对，
哦，
就是我觉得挺好的，这个干这个活，
对，
很舒服的
其。实这个时候来的话就比较好一点，我们也没有感觉那么热，还没有那么累。
对，要是7、8月份我肯定不行是吧？
对，那个时候真的是太热了。对，那个时候只能是早上来，这个时候基本上是不会出来了。
可能早上也热。
早上还好一点。
还好哦，对。
对。
要不然衣服就全湿透了是吧？
对呀，要不我们去试一下我们这里用盐。
OK， 好。
用盐焗的美食。
Okay, so we're gonna try some of the delicious food, which is the salt has been used to season. 我好期待。Okay, 走吧。Or let's wait a minute. Maybe they're still cooking. 可能还在做饭。
肚子饿没有？
那有一点饿，对，不是干货吗？
对呀。
那有哪一些好吃的呢？还是我们一会儿看。
这边最出名的是盐焗鸡。
盐焗鸡哦。
盐焗虾。
盐焗虾。
对。
So basically, yenju is things cooked in salt. So all of their famous foods are
而且这里面我们
very salty.
海鲜很丰富。
那这边的人就吃很多盐是吧？还是？
不，我们这边不缺盐。
吃很多盐。
不。
吃 ？No。对，那咱们不是经常吃盐焗鸡啊什么的？
是，但是怎么说呢？盐的话，我们是基本上他们每次做饭的话都是放很少的。我们这边不缺盐。
所以就不用放那么多是
吧？对，我们有时候的话，基本上盐焗鸡的话就是一个特色而已。我们就是喜欢的就吃，但是平常一般家常菜内我们就说就是盐它不会放太多。
就跟其他的地方差不多，还是甚至会更少吗？还是？
跟其他地方差不多。
差不多。Okay.
对。
So although this place is very famous for what's that? So although this place is very famous for salt and salty foods, normally actually they don't put a lot of salt in their food. They just have normal when they do normal cooking, they wouldn't have very salty foods. But there's some special foods like the special salty chicken, of course, needs to be very salty, 对吧？那你最爱吃什么呢？
我呀。
对呀。
海鲜呐。
海鲜
对呀。
海鲜也可以用老盐吗？还是那会太咸了？
没有，一般的话我们就用粗的大颗粒盐。老盐。
这里也做
这里有。对，它焗的海鲜真的好鲜的，很鲜甜。
鲜甜
对，而且我们这边的海鲜很新鲜。
OK。So， 对，那个大颗粒的是
粗盐。
怎么这是另一个生产的过程吗？
它就会比我们的普通的细盐它会久一点。等它颗粒大一点呢，我们就会再拿出来可以看一下。你那个就是这里就是我们
你刚说的那个是？
粗盐了。
OK。
这是我们的虾。对，虾。
你们附近应该
对
捕的是吧？Okay, so here's some local shrimp, and 我可以拿一点吗？
可以。
Okay. And this is some of the sort of larger grains of salt, and this is supposed to be very delicious. Okay. So 我们一会儿试一下。
试一下。
现在吗？
要不要试一下？
现在还是我们好，
可以
现在就可以吗
可以。
？OK，let's have a try。那你帮我拿一下。好的。好，要多一点盐的啊。好，那我就摇它的，要先剥吗？
扒掉，
OK
扒下壳。
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to take off the skin of the shrimp first. It's not coming off very easily. 是吗？哎呀，不厉害。你要来吗？
我帮你扒。
好的。你可能比较有经验。
对。
Wow. That's kind of embarrassing. Not so good at peeling shrimp. 那你们会经常吃这个吗？
对啊，我们经常吃这个。
哦。
因为在英格海呢，就是海鲜是最出名的。他们每一次渔民出海的时候，他们回海了，我们叫回海，他们就很多海鲜都是新鲜的，他们刚刚就是打捞上来的。
Yeah. So yeah, they would often eat these shrimps, obviously because we're right now beside the sea, and with the salt, it's the perfect combination: the fresh shrimp and the salt. Have a try? 好。哦，好鲜。很棒。比平常的虾好吃很多，是吧？
鲜甜一点是吧？
哇塞，很棒。你不吃一个吗？
您吃，您吃多一点。
Yeah. So yeah, it's very fresh. The salt, definitely a salty taste there, but it's really just a nice salty taste. It's not too salty. And the meat is very soft and tender. And I just can't stop eating. I could probably just stay here and finish them. But that wouldn't be very polite, probably. 很棒。头就不用吃了吧？
对，头就不吃了。
哇，很棒，然后放。哇，好久没有吃这么好吃的虾。
再试一下我们的盐焗鸡。
Oh, wow. Okay. So this is the salty chicken, and it's quite famous all around Hainan, but especially here. This is probably the most authentic salty chicken we can get because it's cooked from the salt from here. Okay, so he's just taking the covering of salt away. Wow, that is really a lot of salt. 这个很多盐，需要这么多盐吗？
对，你要把整只鸡它用盐的一个温度把它焗热。
然后这个一般会做多久呢？要加热就是？
一般都要几个小时。
几个小时是吧？哦。So yeah, it'll be a few hours in this pot cooking with all this salt before we can get the finished 盐焗鸡 salty chicken. 哦，会很烫是吧？
对，很烫。
但你看不出来是吧？
对，你看不出来，但是你摸的话，它就很烫。
哦，一直在加热是吧？哦，哇哦。
那个盐也是很热的。
哦。
还有我们的
里面还有蛋是吧？
我们鸡生的蛋。
是这个鸡下的吗？
对，我们鸡生的蛋。
哇。这个我没吃过啊。
没吃过是吧？
盐焗蛋。
对。
也会很咸吗？
不会，它壳不破
它
不会很咸。
OK， 哇。然后会撒一点这个柠檬吗？
它这里做装饰。
也可以撒点柠檬，增加这酸感。
Wow, looks fantastic. 你们大概多久一次会吃一个盐焗鸡？一个月一次吗？还是？
不一定，有时候想吃我们就自己，对，就自己煮，就自己弄。
那你们到上桌子上吧，再慢慢享用，好吧？
好的，可以啊，谢谢啊。好，Okay, so let's take a sit down, yeah. Okay, so after that tiring work, we should probably need to sit down. Oh, great. 我坐那边吗 ？OK， 好的。哇 ，Great。没有纸，没有？有纸吗？
有。
好，来给他。OK。OK。
试一下我们的。
OK。
盐 原汁鸡。
哇，好期待。
先喝一口，我们就是用老盐调的那个老盐柠檬水。
Oh. Okay, so this is salty lemon juice, 对吧？
对，
哦
老盐柠檬水。
好，谢谢啊，好，thank you. Okay, so this is also a very famous drink around here. And if it's a really hot day and you've been working hard, it's a really good thing to get some energy back with this salty lemon juice. Okay, it's really refreshing. Yeah, and also it'll, when you've been working hard, your body probably loses some of its salt levels, so that'll bring that back. Yeah.
对，因为我们刚刚去收盐嘛，出汗嘛。
对。
对。
Yeah, so when you're sweating, yeah, you lose.
补充我们身体的那个盐分。
Yeah, you'll lose salt from your body. So this is the perfect way to replace it. Oh, wow. Okay, cheers.
Cheers. 怎么样？
真好喝，
好喝吧？
很棒，对。
对。
哇塞。
那我们
这个运动之后也喝这个就很好。
对，很好的，它补充我们的盐分，所以呢，我们就没有那么累。
好的。So if you've been working hard, exercising as well, maybe you've been to the gym or you've been doing some sports, this would be a great drink to make you feel much better and much more refreshed after that. Okay, so this is good. Get some gloves on. Okay? Okay. Good, so we're getting ready to eat now. So this is the end of our live stream. Okay? And I hope we can see you guys again next time. And we'll have many more interesting shows for you. And you can follow follow us on Sanya Visit. Yeah. 1 second, sorry. I just want to have some food first. Okay. Okay, bye bye. See you later. Okay.